Good. How are you? Of
Pretty good, pretty good. Thanks a lot. Thanks for taking the time. Really appreciate it.
course.
Second week of preseason practice of camp, so to speak. What are you seeing from the offense so far, and what are you seeing maybe specifically from the offensive line?
Yeah, the offense has been doing good. We're just building on what we did from spring, all the learning of the offense and everything like that, and execution. We're really building on it. We had shells past couple of days, just getting into execution. We're doing pretty good progress. The O line is really going. We're gaining depth. A lot of guys showing up, being able to work on the fundamentals, execute the fundamentals. So it's really exciting to see.
When you heard that, I know you had spring with this new offense, but when you first heard about this new offense and maybe the difference between blocking, in a triple option versus this shotgun offense, what was your first kind of reaction, and what were your first thoughts about that?
I was excited. I mean, something I did in high school, being more upright, running zone, spread offense, stuff like that. So it was like kind of going back to stuff in high school. So real familiar with the concepts. Not really a learning curve for me. So I was ready for it.
What's the biggest? What do you think the biggest? There's going to be less pounding, right, on you guys? I mean, I know that the offensive line you play through a lot of injuries in the triple option offense, and maybe through the season. Do you think it'll be less taxing, so to speak, in this offense for you guys, or?
Yeah, it feels less taxing as of right now, but we still hard nosed running football. So we're gonna be physical no matter what offense we run.
Gotcha. The experience that you have, how much is this season about? Bringing on the younger guys and showing them the way, so to speak, of the mob. How much is that for you this year?
Yeah, it's important for me. I always want to be able to lead and help my younger teammates be able to understand the offense, understand the fundamentals, stuff like that, and show them how to practice and how games go and all that stuff. But yeah, it's exciting. Still got 2 more years, so I'm excited for the learning curve of just leading my younger teammates.
Gotcha. I want to ask you about Connor Finucane real quick. I was talking to him earlier in the preseason about how he made I guess the mob Bible on blocking, in the triple option, and just what kind of having him as a teammate and maybe having him as a guy where you and him can kind of bounce ideas off each other and bounce plays and execution off each other. What's that like?
Yeah, so I used to think when I was younger that I was obsessed with football, and then I met Connor Finucane, and he's psychotic with it. It's kind of crazy, but the mob Bible is that's a great idea he made up. Showed us has everything that we need to know. But yeah, Nuke is he's very adamant about us learning the offense to his understanding, because he understands at a different level. So he really wants us to be able to do that as well. So he's always down to help and giving ideas and tips to other people. So it's kind of crazy to see someone else that loves football as much as I do.
Yeah, and then he said the coaches, kind of Coach Beatty and Coach Drinkle, kind of beat him to the punch on this new offense and made their own kind of PDF blocking, right? He didn't have a chance to make the Bible for the shotgun offense, right, for the alignment. So
yeah, we were very excited for this offense. So but I know if he would have had the chance, he would have made one anyway.
No doubt. One last question about kind of the offseason. I mean, playing at maybe a little bit heavier weight this season, and maybe what was that like for you? What was the weight room like, and how do you feel playing at maybe a little bit heavier? Because Connor said, a lot of you guys are now over 300 pounds for this kind of scheme, so to speak.
Yeah, so all summer it was a lot of eating, a lot of lifting weights, trying to get to the 300 mark. Now I wasn't able to do it in the spring, so now it's my first time actually playing. I feel pretty good. It's you change a little bit of speed for a lot of power, so I'm excited for that. Being able to play at this, I still feel pretty athletic and everything like that. So I'm happy with where I'm at right now. I'm just gonna keep getting better at the fundamentals and executing.
How much did your eating your habits change? I mean, were you having more additional subs, or what were you doing? I don't know. I'm just offensive lineman talk, I guess.
Yeah. So for about 5-6 months now, I've eaten 2 entrees every time I go out to eat. I'll eat 2 plates, 2, 3, anything. So it's just I'm not done yet until like I'm done.
Gotcha. What do you think? I mean, is ideal for you in this offense right around 300, would you say, or no?
That's ideal for the coaches. I want to be like 305, 310 just because I'm me, but I think I can like play at that level or at that weight. But right where I'm around like 305 right now, so it's pretty good right now.
Wow. Hey, I really appreciate your time, Boobie. Thanks so much.
Yes, sir. Have a good one.
You too.
How's it going, sir?
Hey, Simon, how are you?
Very good. How about yourself?
Good. Thanks for taking the time. I really appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah, I was talking to Boobie about kind of offensive line where you guys are now. Maybe 1 year ago you were working on triple option schemes, and now you got the shotgun offense. And just from an offensive lineman's perspective, what's it been like for you guys? What's it been for you personally? Is it something that you're looking forward to blocking in this scheme, so to speak? Or
Yeah. So last year, obviously the triple option, and then moving into this year was kind of a challenge for some guys, more than others, like breaking old habits and stuff like that. But we're getting there. It's looking pretty good.
I think about when you came into the program, you were a tight end, right? And now you're a 300-pound offensive lineman. I mean, how has that kind of road or transformation work for you? I know that, yeah, you've had a couple of years under your belt on the offensive line, no doubt, but did you ever think you'd be where you are now when you first came to Army, so to speak?
When I came in here, I was very selfish and thinking like the tight end's where I'm going to play. So when I made the change, it was really hard for me mentally. But like ever since then, it's been like a very steady climb to where I want to be as a tackle and offensive lineman. And I'm very happy that that change was made for me and that I get to work with the mob.
Talk about the experience you guys have. Yeah, you're moving to a new offense, but there's a lot of guys who've seen plenty of action in games. So how you feel about overall the offensive line in the second week of camp and heading into the season opener?
Yeah, so we're told every day that there's no ones or twos, like none of those positions are set yet. So everybody's like trying out for their spot still. And I think that's great for us getting better, getting being competitive, but not like in a nasty or negative way. So it's all helping us out.
It's certainly going to build depth, no doubt, along the offensive line too, right? So
Absolutely.
yeah. What about in the weight room? How much have you seen your gains go up, and how much, like Boobie's talking about, trying to eat a little bit more to get up to standards, so to speak, now the offensive line? What have you seen in the off season in your weight room gains, or what have you tried to work on as far as that?
So I think accountability with gaining weight is like huge for us because we all started coming into this season a little bit lighter. So there's methods that we would try where like just all go out to a buffet, grab an extra portion or something like that. And then as far as the weight room, like as long as you're putting in like your full foot forward, like you're gonna see those gains. And I think a lot of us did. So that was huge for us.
Is there something that you've added to your like diet, or so to speak, or you're eating that you didn't think that is something that's been pretty good for you as far as maybe the buffet side? Maybe, I don't know, what's been your kind of your favorite things to eat now, being able to add more weight, so to speak?
Yeah, I think it's just really just doubling down on what you were previously eating to maintain that weight. So it's always like taking in more calories than you burn. So that's how we were maintaining or gaining weight rather.
Gotcha. Just one last one on Connor Finucane, and just talking to him and just hearing him talk about football and how he can break down everything to like almost the minute detail. I was pretty impressed with that. What's it like being his teammate, and how much bouncing off ideas with him on the offensive line has helped you, or you helped him, so to speak?
Yeah, coming in from being tight end to offensive lineman, he was huge for me in the triple option and continues to be like huge for the whole offense moving forward. He's kind of like a offensive savant in a way, and he's just a genius in everything that he sees and what he sees us do. And it's quite the opportunity to be working with him.
Yeah, I guess you guys are the second week of camp. What are you kind of looking to get out of this last? Because I mean, you'll go to classes will start down the road. What are you looking to get out of this last week of camp?
I think we're looking forward to like guys claiming those positions and getting like a steady 1, 2s, and 3s lines, and then obviously making sure like our offense is ready to go and locked and loaded for the season.
Hey, I appreciate it, Simon. Thanks so much.
Yep. Thank you, sir.
Have a good one.
You too.